Trading the foreign exchange market carries high risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Trading on margin, utilizing leverage can carry an even higher level of risk that can lead to a complete loss of investment funds. So before deciding to trade the foreign exchange market or using any of our software alert products, you should carefully and diligently consider your personal investment objectives, level of experience, and risk tolerance. There is a possibility that you could potentially sustain significant loss. You should not invest any capital or trade that you cannot afford to lose. It is your responsibility to be aware of and understand all risks associated with foreign exchange trading and to seek professional advice from an independent certified financial advisor if you have any doubts. Auvoria Prime does not exercise trading authority over your trades. You and you alone exercise discretionary trading authority over every trade.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Sam, to the team. All right, everybody says better. Cool. Let's see who's on the call. All right, so first things first, I don't see the few that I know need to be on this call. Who needs help getting set up? This is the official AIRO 1 Developer Insights call where we help everyone get set up. We go over strategy number 1. And then we'll go over also binary options and how to use strategy number 1 on that. So who needs help getting set up on the AIRO? If you need help, drop it in the chat. If you don't, then we can skip a whole bunch of nonsense. I won't say nonsense, but we can skip the intermediate stuff, the beginner's level stuff, and go more into the advanced. All right. So who needs help getting set up? Man, looks like we're all good. All right, so everybody here set up should at least know how to use strategy number 1 for Forex. All right, who wants to go over AIRO on Forex, and then who wants to look at it on binary options? All right, just get a vote. We got 14 people on the call plus me, says 15. So I'm gonna let you guys vote. I'll let you guys vote. Do we want to go Forex? We're gonna go over binary. All right. Team USA needs help getting set up after losing to France. Man, tell me about it. I don't know what those guys are doing. All right, we got one vote for Forex. We got 1 vote for Forex. All right, anybody else? Any other votes? Any other votes? All right, let's see here. 1 Forex, 1 binary, 2 binary, 2 Forex, 3 and 3. Forex is winning 5-3. Forex is winning 5-3, which is surprising. All right, got a few more people on here. Get a few more people to vote. All right, a few more people to vote, and then we'll go ahead and jump into it. All right. All right, let's check these new votes that just came in. Let's see what everybody's talking about. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4 Forex, 5 Forex, 2, 3 binary, 6. All right, 63. All right, so we'll go Forex. All right, we'll go Forex, and then we'll do binary last if we have some time. All right, we're on here for an hour. All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let me pull everything up here. Share my screen here. Jump in here. All right. Jump in here on my funded account. All right. So let's pull it up. Let's pull up. We're gonna pull up Bay. I'm currently in a trade right now in Bay, testing out. I'm testing something out. Let's put it that way. Testing something out. So we will go ahead and go to the 15-minute. We're gonna add arrow to the chart. Boom, boom, boom. All right. And here's arrow. All right, we got arrow on the charts. All right. So we're gonna go over basic strategy. Go over basic strategy. All right. Let me see here. Not a good clean example. Let's pull up another pair. Pull up another pair. Let's pull up GU. GU arrow. 15-minute. Not a good example is there as well. Let's pull up another pair. GI arrow. 15 minutes. Start of a new week, so we got a little consolidation on these pairs. Not good pairs though. Let's pull these out. Let's go with Euro AUD. All right, it's looking a little better. Looks a little better. All right. So first things first. First things first. Strategy number one. First thing you want to do is you zoom out all the way. All right, all the way. We take trades on a 15-minute chart. When you analyze, you can start off at H1 and look to see what the H1 is doing. The H1 is an uptrend. You got more green zones than red zones. So the hour one is an uptrend. You go down to the 15-minute. The 15-minute, and you want to verify. At 15 minutes an uptrend. So now you feel good about your what? Now you're feeling good about your trade. All right, because everything is an uptrend, from higher time frames down lower time frames. If you want to check the H4, you can. I only really look at the H1. But if you want to check the H4, you can. Uh-oh. What happened to arrow? All right, H4, you can see the zoom out on H4. And you can see H4 is an uptrend. So H4 is an uptrend. H1 is an uptrend. Therefore, M15, you can feel confident about taking trades that are in a now uptrend. All right. If you want to ensure your settings are right, we'll go to indicator list. Oh, that's why I got the O version on. Oh, I got the O version. All right. That's the issue. So let's verify here this money zone. All right, 0800. All right, so money zone is correct. Okay, everything's good here. So we got everything correct here. All right. So strategy number one, bounce or go. All right. We've looked at the H4, the H1, now we're on the M15. They're all in an uptrend. All right. Now the rule is you take bag entries inside the money zone. All right. If you are okay taking them outside the money zone, you can. I would tell you, as I've been doing some more research, and I'll come out and apologize, guys. We have poor reception here in the hotel. But as I've looked at H4, H1, I will feel more confident in taking a trade. Let me refresh my my remote desktop real quick, guys. But I'm okay taking trades outside of the money zone. All right. Now, the rule is you want to take it inside the money zone. Why? The money zone, over 85% of all money is traded inside the money zone. All right. Over 85%. So it's always good to trade with the money. All right. Always good to trade with the money. All right. Let me pull up my remote desktop back up real quick. Then we'll go jump on the charts. All right, so let's go ahead and pull this up. I got the newest version up as well. All right, boom, boom, boom. All right, so start over again. Euro AUD, H4 uptrend. All right, come down to the H1 if you want. And this is just the basic top-down analysis. You want to trade with the overall trend. The internet has not been friendly here, guys. I apologize. Orlando, I expected better from you. H1 uptrend. Again, I identified uptrend with zones. We have more green zones than red zones. All right, M15, same thing. All right, M15, same thing as we zoomed out. You see more green zones than red zones. All right. Now, this was yesterday, Sunday. This would have been Friday here. So Friday inside the money zone, you had a bounce, you had an arrow. You could have took that. All right. No zone above us for 20 pips. All right. You got in here. Little drawdown of less than 20 pips. And then price runs up a total of 80 pips. You're only looking for 20. So that's a good win right there. That's a good win. All right. Now you're probably asking, well, Nate, this is a good clear trade right here. Why don't we take that one? Well, it's against the trend. Now there is a counter trend trading strategy. And let's see what time this came up at. This arrow happened at 1500, which would have been at 7 o'clock in the morning, 7 a.m. my time, Central Standard Time. All right. Therefore, this is a valid trade. All right. If you're taking trades between the 7 a.m. Central Standard Time and where is it at? There it is right there. 1700 hour. All right. All right. There's a 2-hour window. So if you get a bounce arrow go trade between the hours of 7 a.m. Central Standard Time and 9 a.m. or 8 and 10 Eastern, all right, then you're good to go to take the trade. All right. This is a counter trend trade. It is taking advantage of what? It's taking advantage of the New York session volume. All right. So you got to this trade here, little drawdown, about 19 pips, same as the previous day. And then you see it dropped a total of 36 pips. All right. That's it. That is it. So that is bounce arrow go. All right. Again, it clearly bounced off the top of resistance here, came down, gave you an arrow. It was between the hours of 7 and 9 Central. This is strategy number 6, I believe. All right. And this is strategy number 1. They're both the same thing. They're both time-based. All right. You want to take a bounce arrow go trade with the trend if it's inside the money zone and there's no zone above it for a buy or no zone below it if you're in a sale within 20 pips or more. All right. And if you're taking a counter trend trade, which means you're taking a bag entry against the trend, you want to make sure that you're taking that trade between the hours of 7 a.m. Central to 9 a.m. Central. All right. Which is 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern. All right. That is the counter trend strategy, taking advantage of the volume that comes at New York session when there's typically what you see here, Asia going into London, prices trending up, and then from London going into New York, there's typically a reversal. So therefore, taking counter trend trades during New York session is appropriate. All right, as long as you have more than 20 pips room to the next zone, and you follow the same rules as strategy number 1. All right. And from a top-down analysis standpoint, if you have H4, H1, and they line up with your M15, where we take our trades at, feel free to take trades where? Even outside the money zone. All right, even outside the money zone, as long as they follow the rules. This is a bounce arrow go setup. All right, bounced off the support, got an arrow up. The overall trend is up. All right, there's no zone above it for 20 pips. All right, take the trade. If the H4 and the H1 all line up as well. So we just saw that H4, H1 all lined up. They're all heading in the upper position. Therefore, M15, hey, we're taking that trade. Why? Because the overall trend is up. All right. So a little more advanced. There's some tweaks there. I'll have to update the videos on that to help people understand that it's okay to take counter trend trades. Also, it's also okay to take trades outside the money zone as long as you have top-down analysis showing you the exact same trend. All right. This purple line. All right. First of all, let me go here and take it off. All right. So this is a moving average. This is extra. So strategy number 9, the market maker's strategy. All right. We bring in and we talk about the actual 200 exponential moving average. All right. So make sure to watch that video when it comes to that. So to give you guys a quick update there on utilizing AIRO. Let me stop sharing and see what questions we have. I know I saw some come in. When terminating trend, if the H1 and M15 are different, which do you follow? I follow the higher time frames. All right. Again, we just talked about that. All right. You want your H4, your H1s, you want those to be aligned, and then M15 aligning with that. When they all align, it's golden. When they don't, you have some hit or misses. All right. We haven't taken a strat 9 on a few months on the call. We sure haven't. It's all good though. It's all good. Looney, you win without strategy number 9, man. I don't even know why you're talking about it. All right. Give me some more questions, guys. Give me some more questions. What we got? Haven't seen you guys in a while. Took last week off to recharge for this week. All right. We're here in Orlando for the AP Summit. Ride the wave this week. I'll be here all week doing all live trade sessions from Orlando. If you are invited to the Airbnbs, you have to be specially invited. Then, there's an opportunity for you to actually trade with me live instead of seeing my face, on the screen. All right. So that's another opportunity as well. All right. So how's everybody doing? How we doing? All right. How we doing? Got 22 people on the call. We'll get things back up and running. All right. Is our AIRO EA under development? Yes. So that's all I say. If you follow me on Instagram at Nate Got the Bag, you can go to my page and look at my highlights and see all the information you want to about the AIRO EA. The AIRO EA is going to be trading strategy number 9. All right, strategy number 9. All right, Instagram page. You can just go to my highlights and find all the information you need to know about it. All right. Thanks for going over strategy number 1. No problem. No problem. Strategy number 1 is the golden key. All right, it is the key. All right, you understand that one and get good at trading that strategy. The rest of them are easy to trade. All right, the rest are easy to trade. All right. Speaking of that, what other indicator is good to have with AIRO? Zigzag fractals. I don't use any other indicators, so I really want to tell you. You can use the fractals to help you identify potential highs and lows of the market, and where there may be some potential price action turnarounds. So, for example, let's go over the fractal strategy. It hasn't been released yet. Waiting on Jackie to approve everything, but we can come in here and we can add the fractals. All right, let's come in here and add the fractals. Bill Williams. All right, so what you want to do is to add the fractals. Let me slow it down real quick. Let me back it up. So you want to click on under charts. You have this icon right here, the gold folder, gold star. Click on that one, brings up your navigator. All right, under navigator, come over here to indicators, hit the plus. Come to Bill Williams right here, hit the plus. And then you get the fractals, double click fractals. All right. I take mine to yellow. It stands out that way. Put them up there. And I close it out here. All right. So I want to trade again with the trend, right? So I'm trading with the trend. Come on, man. I'm trading with the trend, right? All right. So I'm just looking for price action. Now, if you don't understand price action, if you don't understand what that looks like from a price action standpoint, then you need to go and check out some price action books. Actually, if you go into the group chat, the AIRO Bag chat, and you'll see that in the AIRO Bag chat, there is a pin to the top of the group. All right, just click on the little pin in the top right-hand corner of the group chat, and all the saved messages will be there. One of them includes the the Forex candle Bible, which goes over different price action setups. Price action is nothing but candle formations showing you where potential reversals in the market. All right, reversals or continuation. So, for example, all right, let's go try to find a good one here real quick. We know we're in an uptrend, right? All right. Know we're in an uptrend. You got 2 of them back to back here. Actually, you got 3 of them back to back. So let's zoom in here. All right, let's zoom in. All right, zoom out. It's kind of ugly. All right, you can see. All right, you can see right here, this fractal right here. Come on. All right, is a long-tailed. All right, it's a long-tailed doji right there. All right, long-tailed doji, and the next candle to it is a bullish engulfing. Now, what does that mean? All right, it means that the body of each candle is aligned at the bottom, but this candle's body is bigger than the previous candle's body. It eats the previous candle's body. That's what we call bullish. It's bullish engulfing because it's going up. So fractal shows you the reversal here. All right, and this fractal doesn't pop up until this candle closes. All right, so when you see that, like, oh, it's a good setup. That's a good setup. And you could do a couple of things. You can scalp. It's a quick 12 pips. All right. But the rule of thumb for trading this here would be to put your stop loss 1 to 2 pips below, 1 to 2 pips below the fractal itself. So it's about 22 pips, and then you're looking to take the profit. Right there at the 200 moving average, which is always a good area to take profit at. That's 33 pips. If you had held even longer, you can see it went even higher. All right, right there, you're talking about over 105 pips. All right, look right here. You got a inverted hammer, and then look, a bullish engulfing candle. And guess what? You got a fractal. Goes up. You got a what? fractal, and a bullish engulfing candle. Look what happens. It goes up. All right. That is price action. So again, because the overall trend is up, you want to take price action trades. All right. As a beginner, you want to take price action trades for the buy. All right. You're looking for buys because we're in the overall uptrend. All right. Now, when you get more experience, you can take some of these sales. All right. As you become more experienced. All right. There we go. Euro AUD. Oh yeah, we're in a buy. We are in a buy. Hold on. Euro AUD. It's a bag entries outside the money zone. Hey, I'm gonna take this trade. Let me go to. Hold on, real quick. Let me go to my other. Let me go to my funded account here. Let's go. Is this Euro AUD here? What is this? Yep, Euro AUD. It's outside the money zone, so I'm gonna go a little lower volume, but I'm gonna go ahead and take this buy here. Boom, 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 boom. And then we'll talk about why this is a good trade. 20 pips. All right. So we already know what H4, H1 are in uptrends. All right. M15 is an uptrend. All right. Guess what? Let's go back to the other. Go back over here. All right. Now, also look at this. We're in uptrend. All right. What do you see here? Boy, this hotel is going to be the death of me. This place, internet is trash. All right, look at that. Look at that W formation right there. Look at that W formation. Got the W formation. That W formation is also ever so slightly leaning up, as you can see there. All right. And so that is a good trade. All right. It's outside the money zone, but I'm going to take that trade. Lower volume. All right. I'm on the funded account as well. So I'm not too worried about taking crazy trades until it's actually go time inside the money zone. But you've got a bouncer or go. All right. You got a bag entry. That bag entry candle is above the 200 moving average. Typically, when price is above the 200 moving average, it's trending up. When price is below the 200 moving average, it's typically trending down. All right. So that bag entry happened above the 200 moving average. All right. W formation leaning up. Overall trend for the M15, the H1, and the H4 is uptrend. All right. And we're looking for the buy. All right. As soon as it comes back up, I'll show you where I'm going to put my stop loss at and why. There are two ways on dropping the stop loss. All right. So stop loss can be placed 40 pips. So on a bag entry, 40 pips is what I teach, or previous low. All right. 40 pips or previous low. So let's go back over here to the account, click the trade in. All right. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's going to be a long week, guys. I'm going to have to find out how to do my hotspot from now on. It's pretty bad on this internet. All right. So you have 40 pip stop loss, or you can go previous low. All right. So for me, come on. All right. So you see previous low is right here at about 20 pips right here. I usually go about 2-3 pips below that. So we'll go about 22 pips right there. All right. And so I'm going to go below the previous low. All right. 40 pips would be lower down here, but I'm going to go just below the previous low on this trade. All right. So it's almost about a 1-to-1 ratio. 20 pip take profit, 22 pip stop loss. I could go 20 pip stop loss right there, but I usually go about 2 to 3 pips below the low. And the low is 19. So 19 plus 3 is 22. All right. That's it. That's it. So again, you can put your stop loss, if you're in a buy, below the previous low. If you're in a buy, in a sell, below the previous low, the high. All right. Or you can go with the 40 pips. All right. I'm gonna go with a tighter stop loss because we are outside of the money zone. All right. Outside the money zone, opportunity for things to go a little haywire. When you're inside the money zone, you have volume on your side, which typically volume helps with price trending in one direction. All right. So that's why I go with the 40 pip stop loss. Because there's a lot more volume inside the money zone, which means that sometimes you can have bigger fake outs. All right. So another reason why you go with the 40 pip stop loss versus the 20, the previous low. All right. So there are two different ways, all on how you trade. You can see it works either way. You can see here, you got a bag entry right here that we talked about yesterday. Previous low had been right here. And you see it didn't come anywhere near it and took off. All right. So like we have some pretty bad connection here, guys. All right. What was your IG again? All right. So I will drop that in the chat at Nate Got the Bag. Boom. There it is. All right. If you need to take another week off while you're at Orlando, then go for it. Consider it AP All-Star Olympic break. Nah, I can't take it off this week, man. We're in Orlando, so hey, we're gonna do it big while we're here live with everybody. So a week off was good for me, man. Get my mind right. I traded demo mainly. Stayed on the charts, didn't, continue to practice, but took that mental break off of the pressure of having to trade accounts all week. All right. And all that. Possible to see gold and oil. Sure, we can look at it, but again, you want to make sure you're trading, as I talk about all the time, you want to make sure you're trading pairs during the session that they are meant to be traded. I took this Euro AUD trade. All right, because guess what? We are getting ready to go. Well, first of all, AUD is a Asia session pair. We're in the Asia session. All right. Euro is a London session pair. So once we get to London session, we're good. We're nowhere near New York. So I'm not even going to look at those pairs. I can pull them up for you, but for what? Why do we want to look at pairs that are not going to be traded anytime soon? All right. Just because you like to look at and trade certain pairs doesn't mean you trade them all day. So keep that in mind. There are times to trade them. Like, for example, we stopped trading gold on London session because it's a New York session pair. All right. Keep that in mind. I know everybody loves to look at gold. Everybody loves to look at the indices, but if it's not the time to trade it, why are you looking at it? If you want to mark it up, great, mark it up, and then move away from it. Because the more you look at the chart, the more you're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna take that trade right there. And then when you lose, you're gonna wonder why you're losing, because you're trading when it's not moving. All right, there's no volume. As you can see, look at gold doing what? Nothing. Inside, look at this New York session. Look at that. Look at all that volatility. Look at that sell. Inside New York session. London session, a little bit, not so much. New York, big move. Is that a coincidence? No. All right, going into New York, look at that, big move. Big move down, back up. Look at that. A little bit of movement during London. All right, but it's a New York session pair. Gold. Let's go to the H4. H4 has it in a uptrend. H1, downtrend. M15, downtrend. So, you should be potentially looking for sales right now. All right. Your M15 and H1 matchup. All right. And so, be careful on that. The best trade to take are when all three line up, M15, H1, H4. But you got the M15 and H1 in the matchup. So that'll work as well. You'll have some pretty good, success with that as well. But, you'll have an even higher level of success, and you'll see that your trades hit profit a lot faster when you have, the H4, the H1, and the M15 all line up. So as of right now, I don't see anything. I actually see, as you can see here, you got a W formation right here bouncing off of this H1 order block right here. I'm sorry, this M15 order block. I could actually see price going back up, probably going into the London session. All right, I would expect price to go back up. How high? Not really sure, but I can see price going back up before it heads back down. All right, but as of right now, that's just what I expect. But I mean, we're hours away from, taking the trade on gold. All right. All right. What trade you took for GJ? Sell or buy? I am in a GJ sell, but I didn't take that trade on this call. I took that trade on for another reason. I'm testing something out. So I wouldn't recommend that trade. All right. It's got a 50 pip take profit, 50 pip stop loss. But I took it. I'm testing something out. All right. And I took it with a 0.01. So I'm just testing something out. The trade that I took on this call was a Euro AUD. We took a Euro AUD buy with the bag entry because we have H4, H1, and M15 all in buy, are in, they're all trending up. W formation off of the support. So multiple confirmations there, closed above the moving average. All right, so everything is there. Actually on that trade, let's go look at it real quick here. We are, see, we're in profit yet. Let me just pull it up real quick while I'm talking to you guys. But that didn't work. Just kicked me out. So let me reset my VPS. Looks like we're not gonna make it out of the VPS today. This thing is trash. Hold on, let me check my phone. All right, so we are we're down 8 pips on the Euro AUD trade right now. Down 8 pips. All right, down 8 pips on that trade. Nothing crazy. All right, we were at break even, but it's low volatility right now. So we're looking for London session, but we took that trade, good setup. I got a tight stop loss. All right, and go from there. All right, where can we find when trade gold indices? All right, I went for my notes. New York session. So the best time to trade gold indices is, let's see, Eastern Standard Time would be 9:30. So I would say start looking at it 1 hour before. So at 8:30 Eastern until lunchtime, which would be noon Eastern. All right, from 8:30 Eastern to noon Eastern, and then after lunch again from 1 to 3. All right, after lunch it can be very, very volatile. So be careful after lunch. The best time to trade though is between that first 2.5 hours from 8:30 to 11. All right, Eastern, 8:30 a.m. to 11 Eastern. All right. Do you go live multiple times in the week or do you go live just on Tuesdays? So we go live on Mondays for the AIRO one-on-one calls. And then I go live 3 times a week for live trade sessions. If you have AIRO, your paid subscriber, make sure you go into the back office. All right, matter of fact, let me log into mine right now so I can show you exactly where it's at. That way I can show you, you know exactly where to find the schedule. There are 4 AIRO educators, including myself. And there are multiple calls. We currently have right now 14 calls a week. All right, 14 calls per week as of right now. All right, so here's the back office. All right, you want to come over here to this dashboard over here, this menu. Come down here to AP Marketplace. Select AIRO Trade Room Beta. If you're paying for AIRO, you'll have access to it. AIRO Trade Room Beta. Looks like my account got kicked out. That's not good. I need to figure out what happened. Hold on, guys. Let me see. I should have the schedule on my desktop, and I'll show you. But the AIRO Trade Room Beta is exactly what you are wanting to see. And then let me pull up the schedule real quick and show you what the schedule looks like as far as all the calls. It's on my desktop somewhere. I got a bunch of stuff here on the desktop. Let me pull it up real quick. Where is the schedule? The schedule. Hope I didn't delete it. I don't see it. Give me 1 second, guys. I will send it. I'm trying to figure out why I got kicked out, man. That's not good. That's no good. That's no good, guys. It's no good. I just sent it to myself. All right, on my computer. Gotta love the Macs. I literally just sent it from my phone to my computer like that. So real quick, here are the 4 educators. All right, you can see here myself. I do Forex and binary. We haven't done binary yet because we're waiting for the live stream to get a little better as far as its streaming quality. So once the streaming quality is where we want it at, then we'll take binary. As an educator, I'm also the developer of the software. We got Mr. Dante Lewis. He's going to be doing both Forex and binary. He's already done both. We've got Jackie. She does Forex and binary. She has not started binary yet. And when she starts binary, she would do another call. So right now she does 2 calls a week and they're on Forex. All right. And she would do a 3rd call a week starting soon once the stream is better. So here in the next week or 2. And she would do binary as well. So we will soon be at 15 calls a week. And then you have Mr. Cashmere, and he does 100% binary. All right. 100% binary. All right. So let me stop sharing this one. Now I'm going to share the schedule with you guys. All right. And I want to say this schedule has been updated as of recently. So here's the schedule. So for myself, this is just live trade sessions. All right. This call is scheduled somewhere else. This call is always going to be at from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. Eastern, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right. Mr. Dante Lewis is on 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern. I believe she's on from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern on Wednesday, Thursdays. And I don't know what day she's going to add her binary, but she's going to add her binary on another day when she starts that. And then Mr. Cashmere Harris, he's on now. He's changed his schedule as well. He's 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. So he no longer does the 2 to 4s. He's just 6 to 8 every day. So he's on 5 times a week. All right. So we've got 14 calls a week. All right. The schedule just changed. They should have the updated schedule. The last time I heard, they were working on making the changes, and they're going to send out the new flyer with the new schedules on it. But we're on 14 times a week, soon to be 15 when Jackie adds her 1 binary call. And then if you want to count this call, there are 16 calls a week regarding AIRO. So this is the 1 setup call. It has the volume start to pick up. We will potentially start doing 2 of these setup calls a week. But as of right now, we've got 1 setup call and 14 live trade sessions as of right now. So look out for the new schedule to come out hopefully this week. And that's kind of where we're at. Q&A. What's the new trade room coming out? Is it an additional cost? So there's a new trade room. Actually, 2 new trade rooms that will be announced at the what do you call it? At the summit this week. So ride the wave. All the pricing and all that will be explained how it works, because there's going to be a total of 3 trade rooms now. The AIRO trade room was the first, the beta. We've gone through the ups and the downs, and now we got 2 new trade rooms coming on board with different traders. So it won't be us; it'll be different traders in both of those trade rooms. And as far as the access, all that will be explained this week. All right, and you guys see documentation on that as well. All right, so if you don't get to come to the ride a wave, you'll get to see all the documentation that comes out about that. All right. The back office log issues will be fixed once we go live with the full software. All right, the full software. We're using I want to say a makeshift, but we're using a temporary software right now to get things rolling in the back office instead of doing it on Zoom. But there's another platform we've already tested. The actual lag is like almost non-existent, and so that'll be the software that we use full time. That launches after this live event. All right. Yes, you'll be able to access the calls via the trade room, not the AIRO trade room, but they'll have another location that shows the other different trade rooms and their names. All right. So just like I showed you where AIRO trade room is at, the other trade rooms will be there. So you'll have access to, let's say, trade room, AIRO trade room 2, and trade room 3. I don't know what they're going to call them as of right now. All that will be revealed this weekend at Ride the Wave. That's why you should be here in Orlando with me at Ride the Wave, so you can get the inside scoop on everything. All right. All right. Any other comments, questions, concerns? We are down 4 pips on that Euro AUD trade. So we took that trade. Great. Should have about a 20 pip take profit, 22 pip stop loss. So almost a 1-to-1 ratio. All right. We'll see how the trade goes. I'll update the trade in the group as well. So if you're in the AIRO bag chat, look out for updates on that trade. You guys know my rule. My rule is that once I see that we are 75% of the way to take profit, I move my stop loss 3 pips in profit. So for the most part, once I see 15 pips in profit, I'll move my stop loss from 22 pips in the negative to 3 pips in profit. That way, if price comes back down, it's a free trade. All right, doesn't matter. All right, it's a free trade. Any other comments, questions, concerns? Nothing? Nobody? All right. Well, with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the call. All right. A little 10 minutes early. Glad to be back. And if you're going to trade tonight, make sure you trade responsibly. And I will see you guys. May have an impromptu call tonight, tomorrow night. Don't know. Actually, tonight, because tomorrow night is a London session. So might have one tonight. Don't know. We'll see. So if I don't see you guys tonight, then I'll see you guys in the funny papers.